I felt like that was my cue. So I just like, gave him a hug and I laughed and like, I don't know. Yeah, that's really how it ended.
Do you have any weird habits or, maybe you eat chicken in an odd way or, maybe you were wearing something that wasn't appropriate or.
Do you go grocery shopping in colonial clothing? It's time for Second Chance Romance, where we go looking for love in absolutely the wrong place.
We're going to find it today. We're going to find it.
How many times has that been said on this show by Alexis?
Thousands. It's been said by Alexis thousands of times.
I'm right once in a while, right?
Well, sometimes, Lex, sometimes. Dawn McClain, who do we have first?
We have first a girl who contacted me, and her name is Charity. She's on the phone with us right now.
Hi, Charity.
Hi, how's it going, you guys?
Hey.
Good, how are you?
Good, I guess okay.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Charity, let's get right to it. We don't want to waste your time. You know why you emailed Dawn, and the listeners do. So tell us your love story.
Yeah. So I met this guy, Lawrence, on a dating app, and we started I work in, legal. I'm a paralegal. So we started talking about my job and like some like interesting kind of cases, I guess I was working on. And, we were messaging and everything seemed really nice, like we were on the same page about all this stuff. And, it was kind of like easy to talk to him,
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
He was a really good cook. And so, or he said he was, I guess, and so I was like, all right, well, yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I'm always really cautious about who I date. It's like you have to, I guess, weed out the weirdos and make sure that you're not getting like, nudes and, wanting that sort of physical stuff. So anyways, after a couple weeks, he seemed really normal and like, so, like I was saying, since he like was talking all this, about how he was such a good cook, I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just, check it out for myself. And, so he suggested like, quiet environment as opposed to like a nosy or like, a restaurant where people would be just like up in our business. And I was like, great, that's cool. So, we went to his house, or rather I went to his house and, he was really nice. And like, he'd gotten this like bouquet of flowers that was on the table. And like, I thought it was like, kind of refreshing and like gentlemanly, I guess. And,
okay.
He'd this like wine braised chicken thing and it was very good. And, so we just like talked about jobs and like I had run the marathon last year. So we talked a little bit about that and like a bit about traveling and family and whatever. And like, it was just, yeah, it was great. It was super easy and didn't feel forced at all.
Well, obviously, it sounds great, but obviously something happened, or I should say something didn't happen. There's been, I would assume, no more contact. What happened at the end of the date?
Yeah, so after we ate and stuff, we watched this scary movie that was on Netflix. And, I could kind of just tell afterwards that he, like, wanted me to go home. And, like, not in a bad way, but it was, like, cool. Like, thanks for coming over. It was, nice to get to know you. And like, I felt like that was my cue. So I just like, gave him a hug and I laughed and like, I don't know. Yeah. That's really how it ended.
Okay.
Do you have any weird habits or, maybe you eat chicken in an odd way or, maybe you were wearing something that wasn't appropriate or.
Do you go grocery shopping in colonial clothing?
Yeah. I mean, that might do it. Yeah. Anything like that?
I don't think so. Honestly, like I didn't throw myself at him. Like,
sure.
I'd like to have seen him again, but like I texted him, he didn't text me back, and like he took his profile down from the dating app, and so I'm just like, I'm confused. I just don't quite know. What I did, if I did anything,
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get an answer for you. Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we're going to put you on hold. Charity, you'll be able to hear everything. Now, dude has heard nothing. So he's on hold though. We're going to pot him up and talk to him. So stand by, Charity. Dawn, what's his name?
His name is Lawrence.
Okay.
Okay. You ready to talk to him, or do we need to address what you said about shopping in colonial clothes first?
Yeah. Is that Saturday's plans, Jason?
My habits on
back
Sundays. Okay. My habits on Sundays are none of anyone's business.
Well, let's talk to Lawrence then.
Okay.
Hi, Lawrence. You're on the air with Jason and Alexis.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Lawrence, welcome to the show. I know that Dawn has talked to you. You are gracious enough to join us. I know you're busy, so we won't waste your time. This is all about a date that you had. So I'll cut to the chase. Do you remember going on a date with a woman named Charity?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
May I continue with my blunt questioning and just ask, is there a reason why there hasn't been any communication really since the first date?
Yeah, you can ask. Our date was fine, but honestly, I was just really kind of confused by her personality.
Oh.
So that's
how so?
kind of
Yeah, what do
why
you
I
mean?
didn't continue. Well, our conversations, they were like really full of life and stuff like that when we were chatting and stuff before we actually met in person. But then when we finally did meet face to face, I felt like she just had no reactions, and I'm talking like no reactions, good or bad. She was very calming, which I guess is nice, but I was just very, very, very confused. I really have never met anybody in my life that expresses no emotion whatsoever.
Oh, like she was medicated or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Huh.
it was really strange. It's hard to even think about how to actually kind of describe it, but here's an example of so I made this awesome meal. She came over to my place, and I was very proud of it, and she said that she loved it, but she said it very much like this, in a monotone: "This is probably the best chicken I've ever had. You're really talented. I'm impressed."
Oh, so
It was like,
Sounds like
No
it almost
smiling?
sounded sarcastic.
Oh.
Oh.
So she's
Does
hard to
that
read.
make sense?
Yeah,
So
that
she-
does.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get
Yeah,
that a
yeah.
lot, actually.
I kind of realized that, that's the way she is, not just about food, like with everything. The whole date, she never smiled. She never laughed. To be honest with you, I don't even think she smirked one time.
Whoa.
Well,
Huh.
Well, here's the deal. She contacted us. We contacted you. And now I'm going to tell you that she is on the other line and she's been listening. So let's go ahead and put up Charity. Charity, say hi to Lawrence. Lawrence, say hi to Charity. And let's talk this out. Charity, you heard what he had to say. What do you have to say?
Hi, Lawrence.
Hi, Charity. I'm sorry this is a little awkward, but I'm sorry I said that stuff about you. Full disclosure, I just couldn't read you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I understand. Like, I feel like sometimes when I'm nervous, I just don't really evaluate what my face is doing, I guess.
Okay. Oh.
All right. Well, do you ever have emotions? Like, did you ever, before you were a paralegal? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I like to be a calming presence, so that's why I practice yoga and things like that.
Oh.
Okay. So do you think your job makes you you must have to be stoic in court and not react? Do you think that's...
Yeah, I mean, all the time. I feel like that's a huge part of my job is having to be as neutral as possible,
Okay.
Well,
yeah. But you had fun.
right?
You do want to see him again.
Yeah, I had a really good time.
So
yeah,
Lawrence,
I had a really good time.
So Lawrence, this sounds like just a good old classic example of miscommunication. Charity obviously reached out to us. So let me just ask you, let's just cut right to the chase.
Go for it, Jace.
Thank you, girl. Lawrence, if we pay for it, we'll give you a card to, I don't know, Applebee's or something. Would you guys be willing to go on a second date and maybe read each other better? Lawrence?
Honestly, like, I really just don't think there's a spark there for me. Sorry, Charity. I just.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a second. Charity, what would it take to excite you, to get you to scream, shriek, smile, laugh? What would it? You guys know where I'm going with this?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I really like scary movies, but I also really like big funny movies that make me laugh.
But we watched a scary movie and you didn't jump once, you didn't scream once. I probably looked like really stupid, like a big screaming girl to you, but like you were totally just even keeled the entire time. So I don't know.
Well, I've heard, look,
I don't really scare easily. I don't I'm just not that way.
What about the throes of passion?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
It's obvious. Look, it's clear. Maybe this isn't a right match. So we'll just leave it here. Okay, guys?
Yeah. I just really.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yep.
Well, Lawrence, thank you for your time.
Yes.
We'll let you go. And Charity, thanks for reaching out. I'm sorry that this ended the way that it did, but you sound very sweet, and I'm sure you'll have no problem getting another date. So, Charity, thanks for listening and reaching out to Dawn.
Thank you. Yeah, and now.
Yeah. There we go, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay.
Are they gone?
Goodbye.
Are they gone?
Yeah, they're gone now.
Are they gone?
Yeah.
Larry gave up way too easy. I would have made Charity my mission.
Challenge accepted.
And I would have just done.
God, guys are so gross. Oh,
guys
now
are
it's
disgusting.
a challenge.
Yes, I would have done
Straight guys
anything
are disgusting.
to get her to laugh, to scream,
I think he
to
probably
yell at
did.
me, to curl her toes, whatever it takes. I
Straight
would be
guys are
on
gross.
a mission.
Straight guys are gross.
You know what,
Straight
though?
guys are
we are.
gross.
Of course we are.
I have to admit, Kenny, that I was thinking the same thing. If I was on a date with a guy and he was just monotone and just very meh, I'd go, you gotta want to try to figure it out. It's almost a little mystery.
Yeah,
Like, what
accidentally
can I
bump
do?
him in a certain area.
On that note,